Hello, everyone. I hope that you're doing fantastic, having a wonderful day. It is June the 17th, and June is going by so fast. I hope that you are doing well. My name is Michelle, and I have decided to come on live every day for the month of June just to bring some sunshine, some inspiration, and some love. And of course, we're going to do a universal Lenormand card reading. It's going to be a little different today. We're actually going to use the charms. And then we're going to look at the music of the day to see what we can be inspired by a song that was chosen by Spirit. So I hope that you join me. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So the song that was chosen after I set the intention, which this is really aging me again, is Pink Floyd, The Wall. And whenever you're looking at the lyrics, a lot of people that understand this symbolism of putting bricks around you. So the main theme of this song is exploring emotional isolation, trauma, and the mechanism we use to protect ourselves from the outside world. Now, the songwriter did decide to have this song tell the story about his life. And there were three main bricks. There was one, childhood trauma, failed relationships, and self-isolation. And how many of us have this? Whenever you look at it, how many of us you sometimes have, we go through something and it's due to childhood trauma or it's failed relationships. Every time I do a psychic reading, a lot of people want to know about a relationship. So that we are social beings. And the third one is self-isolation. So we tend to isolate ourselves whenever we're hurting, whenever we're going through trauma. So whenever you listen to this song, really think about how this resonates in your life and how you can break the wall. I mean, I just think of someone with a big old hammer taking down each brick of the wall, and only you can do this, not anybody else. A psychic can't do it. Your mother cannot do it. Your sister cannot do it. Loved ones cannot do it. The spirit world cannot do it. Only you can take away each brick of this wall. All right, so that is the song that we were going to talk about for today. All right, so I have decided to change this up a little bit because when you go every day live, it becomes the same thing, the same thing. And I thought, you know what, I want to do something a little bit different. So we're going to, and I bought this a couple of years ago, and I'm actually going to have to remove my name so that you can see it. So let me do that real quick. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Sorry, it takes a while for me to, once I do something, then it's really hard. Oh, here we go. Hard to remember where it is because it's my age. You know, if I was young, I'd know immediately where to go. Okay. So, all right. So it's Lenormand NA10. And I got this actually on Etsy. And I also got the mat that I'm going to show you a few minutes on Etsy. And what this person did is made a charm. And it's so cool. So this is the sun, the card that symbolizes the sun, of course. And of course, each Lenormand card deck is a little bit different, has different images. So it mainly just has the main symbol. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to change the camera so that you can see the charms fall down. So we've got this mat and also got this on Etsy. So you have career business that the charm can land in. We have social life, others. We have love and partnership. We had advice and guidance. We have spirit self, home, family, and health, well-being. And also finances and wealth. So what I'm going to do tonight is where the charms, where they mainly land, I'm going to go ahead and read that portion, okay, of where it is. It's more, and so my intention is really to have a generalized reading for universal reading. And if you are, and you can watch this video and freeze the frame if you want to, and do your own study on where the charms also land, especially the ones that I'm not going to go over. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in my hand to get the energy going. I'm going to shake the charms around. I love doing this. And you can either leave them in a tin, in the tin can, or you can put it in your hand. I just like to put it in my hand because it gives more energy to the charms. Okay. If you can't see me, but I am going to close my eyes. So I don't know where the charms are going to fall. And I'm just going to go around and around and around. All right. There it goes. So I'm going to put my glasses on for this, and I'm going to see. That's very interesting. We don't really have many in this area, just a couple that are kind of half and half. Let me see where they mainly landed. And what I'm looking for is where it really, and it looks like over here. Oh my gosh, of course it is. So like these areas is part in both areas, but I'm really, this side, this really looks good right here. Everything kind of fell within right here. And there's only one for the social life. So we're going to go ahead and concentrate on this area. All right. So we have a house, and we have my garden. We have the rider. Let's see if we can get these situated. The fish and the flower. And I'm going to say that's the snake, and the knife is kind of like cut short. Okay. And then here is the ship. So whenever you do the charms, you can tell that they're not in order, okay? So you kind of read it the way that you feel intuitively. And what I did is wherever, kind of from here, and I'm doing this way, okay? And then the ship is going to be on the last thing. So you have a lot of cards here. So whenever you're looking at love and relationships, your home, so, and I love this. So the home can mean different things, but what I'm really feeling is it's the home where you live in. And whenever looking at love and partnerships, I'm really thinking of somebody that you are presently living with, okay? That you have a connection where it is that you're not dating anybody else, okay? You're devoted to that one person. So whenever you look at the garden, okay, the garden is more of a social, to be social. So whenever it's with the house, it's pretty much saying, get out of your house with your partner and get out there and socialize, is what I'm really feeling. And the more you socialize, your relationship's going to peak because you're going to have a lot of fun with your relationship. And then here comes the writer. You can actually make it into like a puppet show if you want to. So, okay, so the writer comes in. And so when y'all socialize and everything, you're going to both receive a information from somebody. And so this information is really going to cut something really short that you two are planning together, is what I'm really feeling. So in this partnership, it's like y'all are planning to do something, and something is coming that's kind of deceitful, and it's going to be cut short. So whatever this is that you're planning, you need to really think about, is it really important to continue? Because you're going to have plenty of opportunities if you decide not to do whatever activity or plan that you're planning. And I really feel it's something that you're planning for the future, that it's going to take a lot of money to be able to do. But something comes in and really, ties things so that it's cut short. And so you're going to have to find different opportunities with your partner. And you need to decide together, because a lot of things happen whenever you're not deciding together. And then here's the flower. So then you'll be receiving gifts, which means that you're going to, your next plan, your next opportunity is actually going to work, but you're going to be working together. And then y'all will actually be able to go on a journey together. But the main theme of this right here is saying you and your partner are very united. And whatever you decide to do for the future, whatever your plans are, even, taking journeys or putting money into something like a business or whatever, you need to do it together. All right. That's when the relationship begins to get rocky, is when you disagree on something. So really talk things through so that this does not, so it does not go astray. So let me see if I'm getting anything else. Yeah, so I think that is it. But yeah, so a lot of couples also will stay at home many times, and they'll watch TV. But you really need to get out and socialize so that you can see what opportunities are out there in the world. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. This is just fun because they're little charms, and uh, you it's fun, something different to do. But again, you are not the charms are not doing the reading. You are actually doing the reading intuitively. So you cannot do things the wrong way. All right. So if you want, and I can use regular cards if you want to. So I am going to open it up to individual readings. If you want your own reading, I'm only going to do one free reading tonight. And if you want the cards, we can do the cards. If we do the charms, you can tell me which area that you want to really look at if you are wanting a reading tonight. If you do not get a reading tonight and you have missed my show, I am offering a free group Lenormand card reading, and it's on July 8th at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So, and everybody will be able to ask a question about any of these areas that we just talked about as a psychic reading. And I will be using cards then. I won't be using the charms. The charms are fun, but everybody really loves cards. So we'll be definitely doing cards. And the cards to me are quicker than the little bitty charms to read, because you're having to kind of split them and everything else. All right. I'm also wanting to, and I'm sorry if my voice is shaky. I've had allergies this whole entire week, and so I'm having problems with it. All right, so I'm also offering quantum shift work, and this is breathing therapy. Okay, to release some trauma. And so we have music playing. You're doing breathing exercises, and I'm holding the energy for you. And I'm bringing in loved ones. I'm bringing in your spirit team to help you heal. And it's an hour and a half. So it is something new that I am offering. I do want to put in my website so that you know where to reach me, so that you can register for this quantum shift work or for the free group Lenormand card reading. All right, so before I go tonight, I do want to do just another universal reading, because it doesn't look like anybody wants, I turn off my comments, anybody wants reading tonight. So I am going to use, to receive a message, the Mystique of Magdalene. And I, again, absolutely love this deck. It's so pretty. And so I'm going to pull a card. Oops, well, not pull a card. It just jumped out. I actually have two cards. They just jumped out at me. Okay, and if you do cards, you know that they tend to do that. So I'm going to have, how about two cards tonight? So this first one is Sarah and the White Spring. Fill your sacred chalice. And I absolutely love these. Very soft and very feminine energy. So let's see what the message is. I've got to put my glasses on for this. Your cup is waiting to be filled by discerning about what you allow to fill it. That is your decision, once again. The second card is holding the seeds, fertility. All right. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right. So let's see what the message is for that. All right. Holding the seeds. The time is ripe and the ground is fertile for your project. And that's exactly what the reading was about. Whether it is creating or designing a new life or starting a new venture, the time is now. And so, just like the charm reading about your partnership, creating something new, it is ready to go. And so, wow, I just love how things kind of connect, the reading and the message from the card. You can't make this up, can you? So, and it's always nice to also create something with a partner. So, and I said I really do feel like it's somebody that you're living with. I guess it could also be a partner in business. But the one thing, I was watching a program tonight, I did want to bring up, and it's a time travel show. Okay, the whole premise is time travel, and they were told, or they found out, that whenever you can't read history in the history books. It's boring. Sometimes it's boring anyway. You learn about history through the people who actually lived during that time. Through art, it can be through storytelling, writing a book, but not the history books. It can be through music. So whenever you want to learn some type of historical era, make sure that you look at the art of anything that they have created, because that tells you a lot about society back then. Because it's so interesting how every generation and every society is so different. And so when you go about looking at this creation of what we're talking about tonight, a project, just know that you are setting things in stone, just like our song, right? A brick. So you're setting things in stone of when people listen or look at your project or whatever it is, creativity, will be able to learn more, not only about you, but about everybody that is living in the world today. So, hope this inspires you to create something, whatever it is. And everybody has a creative spark. Don't sell yourself short. So, I hope you much love. I give you much love. I give you lots of luck for whatever project that you are going to actually get out into the world. And I just hope that you find the way, the light to knock down all those bricks that you have put around you, so that everybody can see who you truly are. All right. Thank you so much.